Girl, the way you moving got me in a trance. DJ turn me up, ladies get so dang. I'ma slip my skyline, you gon' lose the pain, and I'ma throw this money while you do it.
Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Failing YouTuber Marvin, and I have for you guys today another YouTube gameplay. The gameplay you guys are going to be watching in the background today is a 55-2 turbine low streaks kill confirmed using the Mtar. The kill streaks I'm using are the UAV, the counter UAV, and the Sentry gun, so it's basically a non-lethal high kill gameplay, but I do use the Sentry gun. It picks me up some kills, helps lock down the map, gain some map control. I've slayed these kids pretty hard in this gameplay. This was on my old account for any of you guys who may be wondering, thinking, okay, I'm stealing someone's gameplay, I have a third account. No, none of those are the case. This was my old account. This was Failing YouTube before the gamertag change, and this gameplay's been sitting on my hard drive for a while. I figured I needed to just use it up. And I wanted to explain something before this commentary really gets started off, okay? So, you guys saw that edit in the beginning. You guys are probably thinking, holy crap, that was a cool edit. Who did you have edit that for you? And I actually did edit that myself. I get a lot of questions like this whenever I post, like, an edit, which I only did one. An edit or a montage or something, like a private match montage. People say, you know, who'd you have edit that for you? And I edited it myself, guys. I always edit for myself. I don't have to, like, have someone edit for me. You know, they say practice makes perfect. I've gotten quite a bit of practice editing montages and stuff. I used to really suck. I still kind of suck. But, you know, I've definitely gotten better. I thought that turned out to be a really cool edit. The song was actually pretty cool if you ask me. Here's the deal though, you guys probably thought that shot looked a little bit sketchy. The trick shot itself looked pretty weird, right? And it actually did. Now you guys may have not noticed it because I edited it pretty hard just to kind of make it look like a real shot. That was actually not a real trick shot, guys. I completely missed the shot. I ended up screwing up really bad during that shot. I ended up shooting low and then I missed, and then I basically reload canceled my gun, shot up, killed one, then ended the game, and I edited out the miss, and I basically edited between the miss and the second shot to make it look like the actual shot. Now I was looking a little low, so it probably looked weird, but I just want to prove a point with this. Do you guys appreciate realism? Do you guys appreciate, you know, videos being real, or are you just okay with people making like fake videos and stuff like that, you know, copying other people's videos, stealing other people's videos, you know, messed up stuff like that? If you guys don't watch Drama Alert, you know, Sam Pepper was like getting accused of being a rapist by like quite a few different people, and that's when he actually admitted to his videos being fake, which everybody pretty much knew that his pranks were fake and stuff. You know, he's doing stuff, getting fake reactions, you know, telling people on the street, hey, can you do this video for me, you know, fake a reaction and I'll pay you to do it. And I think most people just kind of knew about it, but, you know, he was saying in the video that he started doing these fake pranks because he saw people around him doing it. It was almost like a peer pressure type thing. Not really peer pressure, but like he fell under the temptation because other people around him were doing it. Now, do you guys think that makes it right just because other people do it? He should do it? I don't think it does personally, but leave a comment down below. And do you think it's really messed up to do a fake prank? Or do you think it's more messed up to do an actual prank because, you know, you're pissing people off, you're making their days worse? I personally think if you're going to do a prank, make it a real one, you know, but that's just my opinion. Leave a comment down below. I want to know what you guys think about this. So before this video really gets started off here, I wanted to give a couple shout-outs. So I said that March 1st, today, I would be doing some shout-outs. I did like a video on how to get a shout-out, which will be top link in the description if you guys want to try to participate this month. I'm going to be doing another shout-out video at the end of the month if I get submissions. But the shout-outs are going to be It's Chimmy, Takumi Plays, and Gun Whips. So the links will be right below the how to get a shout-out video, like right near the top of the description. It'll just be a link to their actual submission video. Now, I know a lot of people that do shout-out videos, you know, they'll show some highlights of the videos of the people that submitted to them, or whatever, comment on a shout-out Sunday, however it works. You know, they show off part of the video of the person that's getting the shout-out, and I don't personally want to do that. Here's my deal. You know, people do that, and it's cool, I guess, but you guys subscribe to see me, right? I wouldn't be showing you me if I did that. I'd be showing you other people's content, and that's like forced upon you. You know, you're forced to watch their video in my video. I don't think that's the right thing. I think if you guys are interested in seeing their content, you should go visit their channel. It's completely up to you. I'm not forcing this upon anybody, but the shoutouts are there, the links are there, the opportunity is there. If you guys want to look at their videos, the choice is there. I actually gave them the shoutout because they submitted. I'm not saying they're the best channels on earth, but the choice is there if you guys would like to visit their channels. So today is going to be kind of a mix of storytelling and real talk. I'm just going to be talking about some of the people at my school, some of the people that kind of pissed me off, and just some different things. So at my school, generally speaking, people's personalities will fall under these categories. Super nice, you know, just really nice, super cool. Bipolar, or seemingly bipolar, which if you guys don't know what that means, it means like kind of mood swings. Some days they'll be super nice, you know, they'll just be super cool. Other days they'll just be a complete asshole to you, and you're just kind of thinking, what did I do to you? And they're having a mood swing. It's kind of a disorder, I think, so, it's not really their fault. And then some of them, it's seemingly they're bipolar. They're really just, kind of a dick some days, and some days they're not. Another category would be just really funny, and generally speaking, they're really nice if they're really funny. And then the last category is just a straight up dickhead, and I have a few people in my school that are like that. So most of my teachers, besides one of them really, fall into the category of super nice and actually pretty funny. Some of my teachers tell jokes. They're normally pretty funny jokes, got the whole class laughing, and my teachers are really cool. And that's one thing I like about my school. I go to a pretty small school. I think there's like 200 students that attend. Most high schools are way bigger than this. It's actually a technical school, if you guys don't know. And my carpentry teacher, Mr. L, when we walked in Monday morning, actually gave us sausage, gravy, and biscuits, and it was really good. And it's just, my teachers will share their food with us sometimes. They have a lunch, a full crock pot of it. They'll let us go get a small bowl of it, or even a full bowl. Sometimes Mr. L lets us just have a full bowl of like bean soup, and it's really good. He's just a really cool teacher, really nice. He likes to crack jokes. He'll kind of mess around with the students, but they completely understand. They're not like getting offended by his jokes or anything. My teachers here are just cool in general. Like my one teacher, Miss V, I've talked about her before, once or twice in the video before. Most of you guys probably don't remember her. She's my civics teacher, but like we were taking a test today, and she pretty much just straight hinted at the answer. Like, I was just completely confused, and then she gave me just like a perfect hint. I just knew exactly what the answer was. And she'll basically give you the answer sometimes on a test when you're like really confused and stuff in your homework. Most teachers will be like, oh, here's how you do it, and you're sitting there, they're sitting there explaining it for 5 minutes. She'll basically circle the answer for you if you're just having trouble, but she's not gonna do your whole work for you, but she'll help you when you need it, and I think that's really cool. However, there's one teacher I very much so do not like. I actually despise her. I call her Mrs. C, or Mrs. Cunt. Now, this is what I refer to her in videos. Obviously, I don't call her that in real life because that's not her actual name, but I don't give out actual names in videos. That just makes sense. It's the internet. I'm not trying to give out people's real names here. And I'm going to talk about her a little bit later in the video. I'm going to just talk a little bit about my school still. So we've been taking these tests recently. They're called work keys, and they basically help you get a job. So what these tests are is they're these time tests, and you have 55 minutes to do them, and they have 33 questions. We took one Monday that was called reading for information, I believe. And man, these tests, they can just be kind of cheesy. Like most of it is pretty, usual, the typical standard. You have a paragraph, you have to search for something in the paragraph, you have to give an answer, and you have somewhere around 2 minutes per question, a little bit less than that. And it doesn't really take that long. Even though I'm not a very fast reader, I think I got like a 5 out of 7, level 5 out of 7. I think it was like a 79 out of 90, which isn't really that bad compared to a lot of people. A lot of people got level 4 or 3. But I'm telling you, man, some of these questions were just really stupid. Like, it'll tell you, you have to give an answer about something, and that answer isn't even somewhere in the paragraph to be found. It's just really dumb. Today we took math, where I actually got 6 out of 7. I think it was like 82 out of 90 or something like that. Level 6 is really good. I actually forgot to mention this, but my teacher, Mr. L, was talking about somebody in class that was like a former student, and he got level 4, and Macy's hired him on the spot just because they knew he passed his test. So I think it's pretty cool, but at the same time, these tests are kind of stressful. Time tests, they're never cool, an hour in the morning, beginning in the morning every day. For Monday and Tuesday, I've already been taking these. I have to take one more tomorrow, and that's going to be it. But hopefully I can do well on that. Wish me luck, guys, and we're actually going to get into the actual full story now. So like I said, I call my English teacher Mrs. C, and that's just what we're going to call her here. And I'm going to get into a little bit real quick about why I call her that. So I actually have an active bladder. I've mentioned this in previous story videos. I have to pee often, even if I don't drink a lot of water. It's just kind of how I am. I can't control it. It's not my fault. And, generally speaking, as my mom taught me when I was a kid, if you have to go on a car ride, it's like 30 minutes, which is basically what the bus ride home is. Go to the bathroom first. Better safe than sorry, right? So that's what I always try to do. But Mrs. C won't let me go to the bathroom twice in one period without a doctor's note. There's other reasons I don't like her, but that's the main reason right there. And we're going to be talking about her in a little bit here. Actually, I ended up roasting her today. I was pretty happy about that. So there's one girl that transferred the second semester. We're going to call her Jill. And she's one of those girls that's like really hot, but she just does not have a good attitude at all. She's just kind of a bitch, to be honest. Like, she is condescending. She's one of those people that thinks she's smarter than she actually is. Like, straight up, if she's like insulting you and you say, hey, you're condescending, she's gonna be like, what's condescending? I don't know, maybe she'd probably know what it means, but still, you know what I mean? She's like, she thinks she's smarter than she really is. So she ended up missing a day or two, and basically we were going over this stuff in English class. Mrs. C is our English teacher, by the way, if I didn't already mention it. And it's called SEAE, which is Standard Edited American English. And basically she was asking me about this. She's like, what does SEAE mean, if you know all what you're talking about? And I was telling her, how I had done this the day before. She had missed class, she was asking for help. And, I waited maybe 2 or 3 seconds because we had gone over it Monday. I never remember anything I ever learned Monday. And Mondays are terrible. But anyway, I told her after like 2 or 3 seconds, though, it stands for Standard Edited American English. And she pretty much just scoffs at me. She just like glares at me, and then she just walks up to Mrs. C and asks her for the answer, which I had literally just given her the right answer. And like, you know, a couple of people in my class are like, wow, that girl really is just such a bitch. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, I really didn't care. I'm pretty chill. I'm a pretty chill guy. I'm not gonna get super pissed off about stuff like that. But that's just the kind of thing that'll start pissing me off. You know, just start grinding on my gears. It'll start getting me in a bad mood myself. So we're gonna get into that in a minute here, but I was also listening to some music. So basically, like I said, a few people had missed class the day before today, and I was just listening to some music through one ear, but I have Skull Candy earbuds. If you guys don't know, it's basically like an earplug. And my friend was saying something really stupid to the teacher, Mrs. C. I don't remember exactly what he said. He was probably telling some joke or something. This was the same kid where we had some kind of thing where we had to give Mrs. C $30. It was like to see some kind of movie or something, like a field trip type thing, and it got canceled. And then he was asking for the money back. He's like, hey, I need the money back. That's my weed money. This kid really just said that to the teacher. It was really funny. So this guy always says stupid stuff, so I actually missed it, and I kind of wanted to hear what he said, because, you know, generally speaking, when he says something stupid, it's actually pretty funny. The whole class was laughing, and I'm like, I take the earbud out, you know, and I want to hear it. I'm like, hey, what did he just say? And Mrs. C just says nothing, and this is where I hit her with the roast. So I straight up let my inner black woman just out of me, and I turned around and I said, you really just lied to my face like that? Straight up sound like a black woman. I don't know why I sound like a black woman. I just kind of did. But anyway, then Mrs. C, she actually sits in the desk behind our class, and she's kind of looking at our backs as we are, you know, doing our work and stuff. So actually, she's not technically looking at my face. So she says, oh, I'm not looking at your face. You know, you guys are in front of me. And I just straight up look her in the eye and say, you want to repeat that to me? The roasts were real. And the final little story for today is going to be this kid that I think might be bipolar in my class. This guy is kind of, he seems to be in a good mood some days. Other days, just a straight up bad mood, I guess you might say. Anyway, this guy, he seems to be a bit of a germaphobe. Every time I go to the bathroom, he asks me, hey, did you wash your hands? And I go to the bathroom fairly often. Like I said, I have a pretty weak bladder. And he was just standing right by the door. And like I said, this girl, Jill, had already been kind of pissing me off. So I walked out of the bathroom. He's like, hey, did you wash your hands? And he said, oh, you know, I see now the water's running. And Mrs. C also asked me constantly if I wash my hands. So I don't know, man. I was already in a bad mood. I just straight up shook my head. I'm like, man, you really have to ask me that every time? And he's like, yeah, I do. I'm like, you really don't. And, you know, I don't know, man. Sometimes people that are negative just wear off on you. And I didn't even mean to come off as a dick. I felt like I kind of did. And I felt a little bit bad about that. But at the same time, man, it's like you got to hang around people that are positive. You know, you got to stick around people that are positive, or it's just going to give off the negative vibe, and it just doesn't end well. Hopefully this wasn't too long of a video. I'm not sure exactly how long it will have run once I edit it down. Anyway, guys, this has been Failing YouTuber Marvin. Leave a like if you guys want to see more stories in the future. Subscribe for more if you haven't already. If you guys want to see the people I shouted out, the links will be down in the description to their channel. If you guys want to go visit them, maybe let them know what you think of their channels. If I didn't already say it, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Have a sexy day.